Hi everyone, it's me, Alma from twinsmommy.com. So let me know if you're here and we're going to talk about blogging, all right? So we're going to talk about how to have a scannable blog. All right, everyone. So hope everyone's having a really good time right now. So, this is one of the second week of summer with my twins, and I've been really busy this week. So I've been really wanting to do Facebook last week, but I couldn't. So that's why I'm here. So I wanted to talk about how to have scannable blog posts as a way to get people to actually read your post, share your post, comment on your post, and grow your engaging audience, right? So this is one of the first things you can do with your blog to grow your tribe so that later on you can recommend some products for them so that they trust you with the advice that you tell them later on, right? So in order for that to happen, they need to connect with you with your writing. Most of you do have a blog in this group, as well as, you can incorporate video. But for this lesson, I thought I'd share some tips on how to make a scannable blog post. I jumbled up my words in the beginning. I usually do that because I get really nervous when I go live. All right, so I'm going to I have a little, slide presentation for you. So bear with me. All right, so how to make your post scannable. And we're going to be talking about the format of your post writing. All right, so if you don't already know, visitors decide pretty much as soon as they land on your site whether they stay or go. So some people leave automatically if your page takes too long to load. All right, so that's a whole different issue. But if your page, loads fine and you got them at least to your headline of your blog post, what they see, they'll make a split decision whether that's something that they want to read. All right, so you can entice them with certain things right in the beginning so that they stay on your site longer. All right, and if you guys have any questions regarding this, just pop them in. Writing is one of my passions. I am a freelance writer. I have several blogs. I love, love, love blogging, and I love writing. So, hey, oh, great. I'm glad you like this topic. I never know what topics people would really enjoy. But like I said, I love writing and copywriting and things like that. It's my passion, actually. All right. So the first thing is actually a copywriting principle. These are called bucket brigades. It's part of a niche in copywriting called grease slide copywriting or grease copywriting. It's a new niche the term that I'm learning right now, but I do know the principles of this type of copywriting, which hooks a reader pretty much on the first time they read your words. And one of the best teachers to help you learn about bucket brigades is actually John Morrow of Smart Blogger. He does that a lot when he starts writing his blog post. And what a bucket brigade usually is, I'm sorry if I didn't go through my notes here. It's your intro that will grab the attention and it captures what the post is about. Okay, and it explains why it's valuable to the reader. I mean, your bucket brigade can be a little bit of a sort of like, not a summary, but of what people are going to read in this post, all right? But we can focus on pretty much the first line of your blog post should be a bucket brigade. And you want to think of buckets filling water. So you fill one bucket up and then it tilts over and it fills up the next one and then it fills up the next one. So basically you want your readers to read that post and then read that sentence and go to the next sentence, read the next sentence, read the next sentence, right? So it's getting them down into your main blog post. And you can do that from the very first time they get on your post. So what John does here, let's start with a simple question. This inherently makes you want to read the next sentence. You cannot go further in this unless you read the next sentence. So that's what a bucket brigade is. It's an enticement to get someone to read the next sentence. So you can incorporate that easily I do this a lot with just asking a question. getting in the headspace of your reader and making them nod yes to the question I'm asking. So if I'm writing a post about, toddler activities, my question on my blog post might be, having a hard time, getting your toddler to sit for more than 1 minute, question mark. That could be an issue with a lot of new moms with a toddler, trying to get a toddler to sit for more than a minute. So I'm making them nod as they're reading and they want to read more of my post. So that's how you would use a bucket brigade. If you have any questions regarding that copywriting principle, just let me know. But I love using this. I use it for my client pieces. I use it for all my blogs because it's a really effective tactic. The second tactic is subheads. So I know a lot of bloggers here are familiar with using subheading in their blog posts. It's how it breaks up a blog post. But there are some bloggers that are still not using subheadings to the fullest, basically. You want to position your subheadings for certain things. The first thing is you want to structure your subheadings so that a scanner can quickly look at your post and know exactly what they're reading. So it's the whole WIIFT, which stands for what's in it for them. You need to answer the question, what is in it for my readers to read this subheading? And the next one and the next one kind of thing. So that's sort of how I frame my subheadings. And then I have a bonus here. I started using this actually, it hasn't even been a full year, but this is one of the great ways to SEO your post actually, is not only to answer the questions that you see in Google or in Facebook, but to specifically write a subheading called what is the topic that you're writing about, okay? This is one of the best things that you can do for posts that are about like a strategy that you're using, a new tool, ideas, information, things like that. All right. So, if you're a craft blogger and you're using a certain new tool, then your first subheading should be what is that tool? And you talk about that tool and then you go into that post. If you're using a parenting post and you're talking about, parenting, like behavioral issues with your toddlers, then you can sort of talk about, what is a tantrum, right? What defines a tantrum? And then you can go into certain aspects of that. So for my freelance writing blog, one of my questions is, what is freelance writing, right? So if you incorporate those, that can help you with ranking potential, right? Because people are asking that question, and then in your blog post, they can find that answer quickly. And then that sort of gives them more trust on what they're reading and they want to keep reading your post doing that. So I found that really helpful. I mean, I don't do it every single time. I probably haven't done it lately in all of these things here. Ooh, you know what? I think I did one on Pinterest. Actually, my whole post was, what is Pinterest? Did I? Let me see real quick. Here, yeah. I actually framed my whole blog post as a question of what is Pinterest. Because again, that is an SEO term, right? This whole what is something. So I did put the Pinterest definition here. So I framed it this way instead of reiterating myself of what is Pinterest. Okay, and then I added here. What is Pinterest for bloggers? How does Pinterest work? Okay, so for this particular post, I was answering a lot of questions that I've noticed, but yeah, definitely have that in your blog post as sort of a way to gain the trust of your reader and to make those scannable readers want to read more of your post. All right, so that's subheadings. The third thing you can start doing is using shorter paragraphs when you're writing your blog post. Big blocks of text is hard to read, and I believe most people are reading blogs now on their mobile phone, and you can check that in Google Analytics to see where your readers are coming from. So let me just... see here if I can show you. Is it under home? Things are going super, super slow right now. Okay. All right. So for my freelance writing blog, 50% are using mobile to view my blog. All right. So that just gives me indication that when you're reading a blog post, the content width of a mobile phone is quite small. So one line of your blog post can be several lines on a blog post. So, you don't want to have more than probably 2 sentences at a time. So think about that when you're writing your blog post, have the 1 sentence lines like this to vary the type of paragraphs that you're using. All right. This creates a lot of white space, and it's something that helps online readers actually want to read your blog post. And of course, one of the other biggest thing is to have a larger font, which I didn't put this as a tactic, but it is helpful to have a larger font to read your blog post. All right, so try to incorporate that. When I'm doing my actual writing, I write big paragraphs, and then after I write my blog post, I go through and reread it, and I chop it up. So that's how I always do that. It's something that I've always done, and it works. It seems to work that way. All right. The 4th thing is something that you can start incorporating, and something that I'm thinking about incorporating into a lot of my blog posts is a TOC, or a table of contents. Table of content. It is one of the great things to use for longer blog posts. I do have one in one of my blog posts, which is over 7,000 words, but I don't have it for blog posts that are, under 3,000 words. So I'm finding that if you use a table of content, TOC, that it will help a reader know what this whole post is about. So Christine here is incorporating this in most of her blog posts. So this blog post is about 20 fun activities to do at home with a 2-year-old. So, a scanner can go and quickly look, and this is exactly what I did. I went to quickly look, and I noticed that she has a table of contents. So I can quickly see, okay, is this something for me? And if I wanted to, I can go like, wow, a scavenger hunt is something that I really am interested in learning. I'll click on that, and it'll take me just to that type of information. Okay. So incorporating a TOC can be really helpful for those scanners, and to turn them into more engaging readers, right? Because you are giving them the information quickly, and it's up to them if they really want to read about it. All right. So a TOC seems to be helpful. As far as a plugin, you can use a plugin. So the Easy Table of Contents. So Easy TOC is a good one, I believe. I think I had it in one of my demo sites. So, sorry, I'm just going to, hi everyone. I'm going to go and drop it in. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Hope you guys are having a good day. Okay, here I am. Okay. What is going on now? I can't even leave a comment. There he goes. Okay. Here I am. Okay, let me go back. So try using this plugin and see if it works. If there are other ones, if you know what Christine is using here, I'm pretty sure it's that one, then let me know, because it's a nice plugin. All right. Number 5, adding images. One of the things you can do is add relevant images. I know a lot of, and even I do this, I add like pretty images to split up my blog posts, but you can make it more functional by adding images that what you're talking about is really helpful. So in my What is Pinterest post, I mean, I have an image here of, I talk about, wow, Pinterest really works for me. And then I show them proof that Pinterest really works for me, kind of thing. So using relevant images in your blog post also piques the interest of Scannable readers. They can look at the image then and see like, whoa, what is this all about? And they have to read your content to know what this image is about. Okay, so that can help them as well, make them stay longer. All right, and then the final thing is making sure that you're wrapping it up in your conclusionary paragraph. It's a preference for bloggers if they want to add a subheading for a conclusion, or if they just want to add a sentence like, there you go, or they actually just end it at the last topic they're writing about and leave it at that. Personally, as a freelance writer, I do get paid to write a complete post. And in my eyes, a complete post is having a conclusionary paragraph. So however you frame it, but it is also very helpful for scanners. So a lot of scanners will read quickly the intro and they'll scan to the bottom, and then they'll see what's there. And so if you can summarize what the post is about, that can help a scanner get to know your post, and then they may even leave a comment. I mean, a lot of people, if blog commenting is a strategy for them, they don't have the time to read your blog post, and that's fine, but they're still engaging with you in some way. So the thing that you want to do eventually is turn those scanners into readers, right? So these little things can help you. And then one final thing with your conclusion is to add a CTA, which is a call to action. So instead of just ending your blog post, make sure that you have, please leave a comment, or, ask them a question regarding. So the 20 easy fun activities, ask them, so what is your go-to activity for your toddlers? And leave it at that so that it opens up discussion for your readers. So I don't know if Christine did this. Oh, it was a guest post, it looks like. Okay. So she didn't, she didn't leave a CTA. She just was hoping that this is helpful. So, I mean, this could inspire people to comment. If there was an ability to comment, it doesn't look like it on this blog. She does have a rating system here, though. So that could be your contribution to this blog post. But yeah, I like doing that. Let's see what I put for my Pinterest post here at the bottom. Sorry if I'm giving you a headache. Let's see. So my CTA is, please remember to pin me. Oh, and if you have any Pinterest tips, please post them in the comments. I want to know how you pin. So I do ask my readers, if you have any tips, share them with us, with this community kind of thing. So, and then whatever these people ended up commenting, right? So I'm inviting people to comment on my post by adding a CTA. And you can have more than one CTA. So I have my opt-in here. I have a reminder to pin me. And then I have an engagement here to engage in my comments. So I have 3 CTAs, which is perfectly fine in your blog post. You can have more than one. So I hope that was helpful. Hey, everyone. If you guys have any other specific questions regarding either blog writing or more tips on certain aspects that I talked about in this little quick live, let me know. I do want to point you to the description here that if you need more help with writing blog posts, make sure you check out my Create Content for Blog Traffic Masterclass. It is budget friendly, and it's helpful because it shows my process of writing a blog post, and it walks you through a lot of aspects of what makes a good blog post for traffic building. All right, everyone. I'm glad this was helpful. Thank you so much. And any questions you have, just pop them in this thread and I'll be around to answer them. Okay, enjoy your evening. Bye.